Oh, bro. So all these circles.
What time do you want to go to? 2 hours, 1 hour? I'm fine with either.
Somewhere. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
See how these files have circles on them? That means they're not saved. So
Yes.
it means you
So
made some edits somewhere.
Should I save them all? Right?
Yeah. Alright, so there we go. So let's go CanvasUI.
Is there a way to save everything at once or no?
If you were to hit X, it would ask you like, oh, do you make if you hit X on the entire program. Alright, let's go CanvasUI. Oh, store TS is unsaved. Store TS. There you go. Alright. Alright, so here we go. We have added a property inside of our CanvasUI args class, and we have said that this property will have the add inject tag. It'll have the add tag tag.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is though, remember how this types dot whatever, remember how that's like a big, it's sort of like an enum, it's actually an object.
Mm-hmm.
We need you to find that property in the types object.
Okay.
So command click on types. Look for iSigma nodes updater. Yeah, so let's make one above iSigma nodes updater called iSigma nodes remover. Nice. Alright, save this file. Now if we go back to CanvasUI, we shouldn't see that red underline anymore. Yeah, right there. There we go.
But what about here?
Right, so that interface has not been created yet. So let's go to the interface definition for iSigma nodes updater. And above or below, create interface iSigma nodes
Should I just
remover.
copy this whole thing?
Yes, but we will have different method names. Like we won't have a highlight or highlight or unhighlight node. We're just gonna have one method. It'll probably be called handle update or something. I don't know.
So I'll go above.
Yeah, let's do above. Yeah, you can close the interface. Yeah, the val update is good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And close the interface with a squiggle bracket.
Oh wait.
Yeah, to type updater.
Node up remover.
Yeah, remover. Yeah, nice.
Good.
And then 774.
Close.
Yep, nice. Alright, save this file, go back to CanvasUI.
Okay, control minus. Right?
Yeah,
No.
that should work.
No.
Alright, just control tab.
Control tab. There we go.
Alright, so there's still a red underline. You might be able to, if you mouse over it, there might be a yellow light bulb that pops up to the left. There you go, yeah. We can actually just do that.
This?
Yeah. That's easier than the other way where you backspace a character and then like type the character.
Yeah.
I discovered that a few hours ago. That's what I never talked to you earlier.
Mm.
Alright, so now inside of our constructor, what do you notice that's funny for CanvasUI?
Okay. CanvasUI. Right here?
Yeah, what's funny about it? What is this?
I'm gonna guess not. There's no interface.
Nah, it's fine. We just need to. Now that we've added a new property in the class.
There's no tag.
Nah, that's fine.
Okay.
Now that we've added a new property in the class, we need to pass in that property through the constructor and assign it to our this.property. We need to do the same thing on line 16.
So say that again.
We need to do this dot sigma nodes remover is equal to sigma nodes remover.
Oh, okay.
And we pass the sigma nodes remover as a property in the arguments object.
So should I comma or?
Yeah, comma.
Okay.
Sigma nodes remover.
Like that. Is that okay?
And, yeah. Now
is it okay to import that or whatever? Like you did?
Did you hit import? I don't think you hit import. I think you just typed it. Yeah.
This.
That doesn't import it, just auto.
Property.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now why? So we just added a new property inside of this object,
Mm-hmm.
and this object is typed to be of type type to be type CanvasUI args.
Mm-hmm.
Why that we just added a new property to this object which is given this type? Why didn't we see a red underline pop up under the type?
Maybe because both of these conform to the same interface or
Exactly.
class.
Yeah, they both conform to the type defined by this class, and Sigma nodes remover is a property that we just added to the class.
Yeah, okay.
If we were to comment out this line, let's say we comment out lines 31 to 33, just select all of them and then do command slash. There we go. Now we've read out.
Okay. Now, okay, because this is the class canvas. Okay, I see. Nice. Yep. Comprendo.
Cool. So what do we need to do below line 16?
Probably this, the same thing, but with remover.
Exactly. That's good, man. That might be the first time you were able to add, not the first time, but more and more often you're being able to complete it without me telling you.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Alright, so now we have said that this Sigma nodes remover is going to be injected according to what we have defined in our inversify.config file for this injection type and for this tag. The thing is, we haven't defined what it will be in inversify config. So we need to go inversify config, see what we have defined for Sigma nodes updater, and then right above it or below it, do a similar thing for Sigma nodes remover. It's actually line 6. 620 through line 626 is what we want. So that's what we have for Sigma nodes updater. We need to do pretty much the same thing, but for Sigma nodes remover.
So the
628 through 630, that's something different. That's
Yeah,
for CanvasUI.
okay.
We just need it for copy.
copy this whole thing.
Yeah, and paste it above.
Okay.
Just because you remove columns before update and now.
Okay.
Alright.
So this is just remover.
Exactly.
Import or no?
No, we're going to.
Should this be update or args? Is that still okay?
It should be remover args. And then we're going to require from Sigma nodes remover.
Okay.
Yeah. And then change all the other names. I'm going to get some water.
Cool. So there's red here.
Alright. So, that's weird. Why is. I guess we never created a types.sigma nodes remover args. I think we created a types.sigma nodes remover, but no type.
Should I go here?
This is correct. We did not. So yeah, we created a types.iSigma remover, iSigma nodes remover, but we didn't create Sigma nodes remover args. You need an exercise break? You can set it for at least 20.
Yeah. Let's set our timer.
Yeah.
Well, I could do a timer.
Alright. Hold on, let me do it. You're the coder. Your time's more valuable right now.
Dude, it really helped though. Last time. It's harder than it should be. They're those fucking dudes doing exercises in the freaking office again.
The office.
I'll just suggest too. Trash. It helps. I'm serious. It does. I bought in.
Yeah, there's studies showing some performance and something increases after exercising. Does Leon see us?
He's gonna want a piece of this action. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No one else has noticed but him.
Burpees.
Burpee. Oh. That's good. We should have like a set. We could do like. We could have it a workout.
We should have a circuit. We should
The
make
burger.
exercise stations like this.
Yeah. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it right now.
What should we do? Alright, this is squats. There we go.
How many? 20?
Oh, man, that's brutal.
Well, each 20 minutes we'll just do something.
Alright. This is
I'm gonna do 10.
This is the burpee station. We gotta do 8 burpees.
Is this gonna be every 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. This is funny.
Wait, do we have to do
Yeah.
a full circuit every 20 minutes or just
That's
one?
what I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, why
Let's
not?
do
20
10
squats.
push-ups.
Isn't bad.
You gotta do 15.
Alright, 15. 10 burpees, 15. That's funny. Alright, this is good. Yeah. It'll keep the blood flowing. Dude, we could just like one day when we have an office, we'll have the office and then we'll have like right next to it, we'll have like a squat rack and shit. We'll be like squatting like 300 pounds.
Totally
And then
down.
we'll go back to coding.
First investment office should be squat rack.
Alright. Done.
Yes, put on the
That'll be like first investment, it'll be like squat rack? Why do you need
Yeah,
that?
the best would be like, so the expense report.
Keep the blood flowing.
Yeah.
No, but I'm serious. I think that we could convince people who invest, like, this is how you work most efficiently, at a biological level.
Yeah, they totally will. Alright,
Okay.
okay. File. Let's go back to CanvasUI.config.
That was the most exciting Sigma Nodes Remover args implementation
That
I've
was a
ever
good one,
seen.
like, boom.
Okay.
The way you type symbol, like, damn.
Damn, that was good. Okay. Where am I going? Canvas UI. Right? App container? No. Well, how about I just do Control Tab? Inversify. We have this error still. Cannot find iSigma Nodes Remover.
Alright, so we just gotta import that interface. So there might be a yellow light bulb. Yep.
Nice. Okay. The code looks pretty again.
Alright, so now we have the dependency injection set up. Let us save this file. And let us go back to CanvasUI.ts. So this file is good. Now we actually have to create the Sigma node remover class. We have it created, we just gotta fill it in. So go to Sigma node remover.ts, Sigma nodes remover.ts. Oh, let's go back to CanvasUI.ts. So, somewhere in a program, we call CanvasUI.subscribe, and it subscribes to our global store. Our global store is a thing that publishes the updates. Remember, and then CanvasUI reads those updates, and upon any time there being an update, what happens is that okay, so we're subscribing to OBJ. What we're going to pass into subscribe, and which we do in another file, is our global store. Let's show that to you for proof. Go to app.ts. There we go. So for all of the UIs in our app, right now we only have one UI, it's a CanvasUI. We subscribe to the store.
Mm-hmm.
The store is an immutable, subscribable global store. It publishes things called updates, as you're probably familiar with. Let's go back to CanvasUI. So what UI subscribe does is lets in our brains replace obj with store.
Mm-hmm.
It says that store.onUpdate runs whatever function we pass into onUpdate. Remember that one day when we did like the onUpdate stuff?
Mm-hmm.
It adds it to like a queue of actions. So we're going to add another function into our list of callback functions, and that function
Is
is
it for
going to
loop?
be
No.
going to be the Sigma nodes remover handle update
Okay.
function. Yeah, so we want to we want, let's rename handle update to nodes updater handle update.
Nodes update or handle update?
Yeah, so right click on it. Now we're going to do something called refactoring. Yeah, click on refactor. No refactoring. This text editor sucks. All right, just do a command F.
That. And then replace.
Yeah.
Node. Right? Nodes remover?
Yeah, but do lowercase n. Nodes updater handle update.
Capital?
Yeah. And don't replace all. Replace the first one by clicking on the
This?
Yeah, do that. And then jump over this one. Oh no, hold on. It doesn't work yet. Click on it. There we go. Jump over the second one. And replace the third one. Alright. So now copy line 21. And paste between 21 and 22. And just replace the update with remover. Updater with remover.
Okay.
So now we should probably explain why we have this dot bind thing. So you remember how we can pass in functions as arguments to other functions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to comment out line 23. Just you don't even have to select it all. Just hit on command /
What did I do?
don't close. Just hit exit. Yeah, just click on the circle right here.
This?
Yeah, hit X.
Oh, okay.
All right, just hit a command / It should.
Right here, command. There we go.
All right, so below it, I want you to type obj.onUpdate. This.Sigma nodes updater, get parentheses. This.Sigma nodes updater dot handle update.
Lowercase?
Yeah, that's good. So you might look at this and be like, all right, we have an object called Sigma nodes updater.
Mm-hmm.
That object has a method on it called handle update. So we're going to pass in that method. Remember, method is another word for function.
Yeah.
More specifically, it's a function that's like part of a class. We're going to pass in that function as the argument for obj.onUpdate. So you would expect what would happen is when obj receives an update, it's going to run whatever function was passed in its onUpdate method, which would be this function.
Mm-hmm.
So this function would get run, but it would execute incorrectly. And the reason for that is the value of this, like the this keyword,
Mm-hmm.
inside of the function would be incorrect. So let's go to Sigma Nodes Updater.
Okay.
And scroll down to the handle update function. Keep scrolling down. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. There we go. All right.
Which line?
118.
Okay. Handle update. Okay.
So
This is a method?
yes, that is a method.
Okay.
And remember how the this keyword refers to the object that was created in the constructor, essentially?
Mm-hmm.
And you can access the properties of that object by saying like this dot property or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, you can access like the methods on that object by saying this dot method name.
Mm-hmm.
JavaScript does this weird thing where when you pass a function, when you pass a method as an argument to like another function, the this keyword used inside of that method changes to whatever object you pass it into. So when we define this function, this refers to the object that is created in the constructor.
Yeah, yeah.
When we pass it into the CanvasUI function, this now refers to the literal CanvasUI object.
Okay.
So
it would be CanvasUI dot get Sigma node.
exactly, CanvasUI does not have a get Sigma nodes ID function defined on it. So we would get a bunch of like errors, like would say CanvasUI does not have a get Sigma whatever, like the JavaScript interpreter would error out. The reason why JavaScript changes the value of this based on where the function is being run is some reason I don't agree with why they did that. And so do a lot of other developers. Actually, well, there's a reason for it. But the way we get around that is we can declare that the function, the method, no matter where you run it, will have a constant value of this. Meaning that this value won't change to something else. And the way you do that is by using the .bind function. So you take the function name, so this.sigmanodes.updater, this sigmanodes.updater.handleUpdate, that's the method name,
Mm-hmm.
and then you say method name.bind, and you pass into bind an argument. And that argument is what value you want this to be.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever running handleUpdate, we want the this value inside of handleUpdate to be this.sigmanodes.updater.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, because from our perspective in the file we're in right now, this.sigmanodes.updater is the value of this inside of handleUpdate. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. This.sigmanodes.updater is the value of this inside of this. Inside of here.
Yeah, so let's go to sigmanodes.updater.
Can we go to handle update for a second?
Yeah. Well, it's going to take you to the interface, not the actual class.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever, never mind.
Yeah. So
I just wanted to see it.
Yeah, click on
doesn't
Sigmanodes
matter.
Updater up here.
Okay.
It's probably hard for you to like look over there where I'm pointing and then like, go.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Oh, my bad.
It'll come back. It'll come back. This little bitch. Come on.